Hello everyone, it is Anthony Gamer here, and today you are going to watch me playing Slendrina the Prison. This is one of the Slendrina fan games that will only be playable on the itch.io. I have found one of the art from the search of any kind of Slendrina remakes, and this is one of them that I would like to try it out. So if you want to get and try out for this game, it'll be in the description. It goes by this creator right here, so you can go support it out. So let's see the description before we enter the game, and to see even further explanation on how the instructions and the gameplay. Welcome to Slendrina the Prison. Solve the puzzles to escape. If Slendrina appears, move your mouse quickly off her, or she'll kill you. Escape the prison. And the controls are: click objects to interact. Credits goes by the own creator and dvloper. So basically, we need to find items, but you don't need to move your characters. You just simply move your cursor on the objects in order to interact with the items and escape from the prison. This is how the game would look like. If we run it, it'll directly goes to this screen, which obviously another alternate dimension of Slendrina, by the way, because she doesn't really necessarily be looking like this all the time, you know. This might be his own style, and we're gonna try this out by the name of Slendrina the Prison by Slendrina dancing on the dock. You'd think that I would get scared just by you dancing on the dock. Alright then, let's enter and see how the gameplay would look like. Sadly, we can't play on full screen, so we may have to experience it like this. Let's click play. See if the games can be worked quite well, although it only be working for personal computers. So if you have one, you can check this game. Right, this is the entry option, and here are the tips. Make sure your mouse doesn't linger over Slendrina, which means do not move your cursor towards Slendrina's spot. If we go hard, Slendrina often appears. And extreme, Slendrina appears frequently, which may be going to be annoying. Insane, Slendrina appears every 2 seconds. We're probably not gonna do insane. However, we could simply do on extreme. I like to challenge myself on any type of Slendrina games. I always have some advantages on Slendrina games sometimes. So here we are. Sorry. Oh, you got Slendrina, and if you linger your cursor as they have said before, you will lose. So do not do that. Do not do what I just did before. This is how the gameplay would definitely look like. Alright, you just need to move your mouse away from the screen pretty much. Oh look, watermelon. Got a watermelon. Oh, Slendrina disappeared out of nowhere. So the watermelon goes for that one thing here, the saw. They'll order you to get the save key, and the save would potentially be in here, and you will receive a book, which of course it will be in the bookshelf, and it opens a secret area which allow you to get the iron disc, and then the iron disc should be placed in here. Slendrina. I'll give you too much chances now, Slendrina, because this is S3 mode and you should be able to get me sometimes, you know. Unfortunately, you can't for this time. So I think this game is still like under development. It's still lack of things. That's why it seems to be too quick. Now that we have gotten the prison key, we can now freely to go. And that's how you beat one of the fan games by Fiery Phoenix. And because the video is quite short, how about we crank up the sensitivity? By sensitivity, difficultiness, insane mode. If we could beat insane mode and both extreme at the same time, then our achievement has completed. Alright, so firstly, Slendrina got the watermelon, and you go here, get the save key, then you go to the save, got the book, put the book on the bookshelves, and then you got the iron disc. When you put the iron disc in here, you'll get the hammer, but wait for Slendrina to disappear, and then you got yourself the prison key. And my cursor touched the below part of Slendrina. There you go, finally you have your chance and your victory towards your victory, you know? So yeah, in order to make the game quicker, you just need to remember the patterns. You got the save key, you got the book, you put the book here, and then you got the iron disc, you put the iron disc on here, and then you got the hammer, and then you go over this path, and then you got the prison key, then you're done. Insane mode accomplished. Both extreme and insane mode were accomplished first by Slendrina, and then at the end, after we have been caught, we still survived from both insane and extreme mode. Alright, it's still quite short though, but I saw something right over there. You guys can saw that, because I think it's like a bug or a cameo, an Easter egg. Because it's still kind of short, let's explore some of the areas before we end the video by playing on practice mode, which Slendrina never appears on the screen, so we can pretty much explore and observe way more. So what we have here is a bookshelf, and as they have said, we have been trapped inside of a prison, might be doing some illegal stuff, or maybe harassing a ghost that potentially make the police to think that we're actually harassing people, even though we did not. However, Slendrina made us do that because she was the one that's going to harass us, but we ended up in the jail. But in the jail, you can still find a way to escape. That's because the watermelon gives you the clue. Once you have the watermelon, you find yourself a saw on the top corner, right specifically. You cut the watermelon in half, and you'll have yourself the save key, and right here below the bookshelves, bunch of books, you'll get yourself a safe. Inside the safe, you'll have the book itself, probably Slendrina's diary. You put it in there, and it opens you up an iron disc, which gives you the momentum to pull down whatever this is. So you put that in there, and it allows you to go and get the hammer, even though I don't know if we're so tall that we can even get the hammer from that very high place. Probably we're using a ladder or an invisible rocket ship, and you use the hammer to open up the plank in the cabinet, then you'll have the prison key. Who would in the world that the guard would even put the prison key inside of the victim's place? That's just a weird law that they have been made. Unfortunately, that make them lose over the time. That is all for today's video. So anyway, thanks for watching this video. This is me playing Slendrina the Prison. If you want to play this, I'll leave in the description. It can only be played on the internet, so you cannot download the game, you have to play it online. That's how it works. So yeah, overall I would think the game is too basic, not too hard, even though I have played insane mode. But over the time, the creator might going to upload the game and update it even further, so that it will make it even harder and much more expensive puzzles, kind of like how they reenacted Granny. So yeah, overall that's all a simple good 3 or 4, I guess, out of the 5. Still too simple. Need a little suggestion? Make it even more complicated so that we can feel the challenge and the tortureness. Basically, that's what people wanted. But that is all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will leave the link of the video below of the itch.io page of the game so that the creator can see it. So anyway, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in another horror games. Bye bye.